When you'll stop arguing and just start mocking each other. I have always wanted to own a purebred horse. Teacher, you can't hear pictures, the picture. There is freedom of speech, but I cannot guarantee freedom after speech. If you stopped working today, how long can you live comfortably with what you have saved, give or take 30 minutes? Me, after I realize I spoke too much today and I wasn't mysterious like I planned. Food from the oven. Food from the microwave. When your mom, who had absolutely no business cutting hair, decided to cut your hair as a kid. User expresses opinion, Twitter. Hey free market, how is it going? Meta allows Facebook Instagram AI chatbots to have X talks with report. Jesus effing Christ. I want to ask her out. I'm afraid she's going to say no, but I'll never know unless I ask her, but I can't handle rejection. Despite what popular opinion may lead you to believe, some rocks actually do have scientifically proven auras. Unfortunately, those rocks are uranium and the aura is 2000 divided by the number of times you ate this past week equals the age at which you will lie. African kids. My parents' worldview when I was growing up, me, their friends' kids. Well educated, well trained. Why do I feel compelled to wave at the end of Zoom calls? I have literally never walked out of a meeting room waving. I'm at the age where too much noise irritates the F out of me. Directors, when their movie was so bad the internet started making memes making it successful. I'm a victim of my own success. How the F Subway gonna ask me for a tip, bro? We made this sandwich together. The F. X is great, but have you ever handed in your notice to a job that has shattered your mental health for months? Slept like she, so I'll be choosing violence today. Her dad, she out probably lucking and effing. She with her friends at the party. My mom, antisocial but pretty. My dad, social but ugly. Me, being antisocial and ugly. Management, after hearing employee morale is low. This bag is so tiny, what can it hold? My patience for people. The guy with the worst grades should get to give a graduation speech too. Let me hear both sides. Social media is the perfect tool to impress 9 acquaintances from high school in exchange for being sad always. My kitten likes to hide in this jar and it confuses her brother. Force field, but force field. Posts old meme. My job here is done, but you didn't do anything. Who would win? The unwavering heterosexuality of your average male, or 20 whole dollars? Boomers when they see their African American neighbor take out the trash. Immigrants who have lived in country for a couple of years when they see a new immigrant. What is something you do annually without fail? The bare minimum. Me thinking about how my ancestors passed down addiction instead of money and land. You call it premature age gap, I call it effective time management. Nothing pisses me off more than life maintenance. Why am I washing a bowl right now? I could lie tomorrow. When the Pope has confided to you, he senses his death is imminent, but you then hear him tell the Vice President that the clues to the location of an artifact that can restore America to its former glory are hidden in multiple locations across the globe, knowing he made the whole thing up over breakfast. Group photos are such a scam. There is always one person that looks substantially worse than the rest, and it's always me. Getting in the shower, no I don't think I will. Getting out of the shower, no I don't think I will. History books literally explaining how humans used to fight bigger animals. I'll ignore that. Gang. Oh, so this what riding a dragon feels like. Everyone knows Friday's work isn't real. You half aid and then cry on Monday. $10 for this. Tariffs. When the automatic toilet flushes before I can take a peek. When your your minimum wage kitchen job and you see Gordon Ramsay walk in with a camera crew. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Tinder. Me trying to make my friend listen to my good advice. Magician, take a card, any card. Me, takes his credit card and drives away. Magician. My supervisor on lunch break this end clocked in and fired me. Turkey, why I'm not a part of the European Union. I'm a member of NATO. The EU response, it's not personal, it's just who you are. Fun fact, the reason your internal body temperature rises when you are infected is because viruses are using your body to mine for Bitcoin. My husband and I argue about whether to use 6 or 8 dryer sheets, me, using 1 or 2 as per instructions. Me still processing February, May. Me pausing my music to see if the siren is in the song or it's outside. How to write hello in Mandarin. Billion-dollar companies are not that hard. Their policies might get pretty controversial at best, but they would not go to the point of self-execution. Billion-dollar companies, Xbox, gamers, $80 price increase on everything. How I look at my blind girlfriend listening her talk about her toxic exes after changing my voice for the 3rd time this year. Summer enjoyers be like, ah yes, imminent heat stroke and bugs biting my incredible. Hoping to win. Do you ship to the Philippines? Asia only. So sad. Philippine is in Asia, why are you sad? You're so quiet. Actually you said something I didn't like 10 minutes ago, so you lost my personality privileges. Hey, I like your personality. Thanks, it's a disorder. Me, watches a show called Unsolved Mysteries. Narrator, the case was never solved. Me. So this is 7 minutes in heaven. Start quoting crime statistics. I'm hungry. Maybe you should check the fridge. I'm rushing to the kitchen. Is there any turkey? We have some, but it's covered with a layer of grease. There's no way you can eat that. I finally have a girlfriend. Never effing mind. Small L, capital I. Nobody. Fighting type Pokemon. I mean, no matter how much I train, I can't defeat ghosts. I can't even touch them. Me returning to the comfort of my own space after being around people for too long. What's the difference between a chickpea and a lentil? What? I wouldn't pay $50 to have a lentil on my face. Nintendo raising their game prices to $80. Xbox. Girls, I wonder why we live longer than boys. Boys, top 10 organs to sell to buy a gaming PC. How companies felt in 1950s after getting everyone addicted before scientists proved it. Serious. When your mom says that she called you 15 times but she really just called you 1 time. Play games with friends. Nighttime with wife. Why does this look like it takes place in the same universe as Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Field trips are wasted on kids. Imagine getting a whole day off of work and getting to learn how an old watermill from the 1800s works. That's the dream. Whoa, that's some frown you got going there. Don't worry, I have just the thing. Boom. Hang on. There we go. What a nice sunny aura you are giving off. This changes nothing, I'm still led inside. What a great time I'm having. When your wife is exhausted after the 6-hour-long drive that you drove. Taco Bell. Chipotle. Why is Oni-chan? Oni-chan, Oni-chan. Stop it, Saokaku, it's too much. Interesting. Can I call you Oni-chan too? Every school presentation group be like, the smart guy that does all the work, the guy with the house and video games, the handsome guy that does the presentation. Japan's greatest tragedy is having the world's best toilets and no Mexican food. What's the point of owning a Ferrari if you never take it to the track? Our parents struggled so that we can lead an easy life. Then why are we struggling? Me to my husband, I'm not in the mood tonight, let's do it in the morning. My husband the next morning as soon as I open my eyes, I summon you to fulfill your oath. What will it be, boss? The comfort of misery or the pain of change? When you're cold but a little hot so you stick the feet out. Me when I see someone with my name, I'm the original. World's smallest keyboard introduced for thesis writing. Copy, paste. How I look at a 6 feet 4 inch 240 pounds policeman after opening my house door instead of the use of mentally ill and has a gun pepperoni pizza that my wife ordered. Josip Tito's ghost checking in to see how Yugoslavia's been doing since he lied. Serbs, Bosnians and Croats slathering each other. No one. 12-year-old me watching Windows Media Player visualizations while listening to songs. Putting on my active listener face when I'm actually knee deep in the dissociation pool. When you do something really bad in a dream but then you wake up and realize it's all fine. Count your effing days at Domino's. My mental health, my advice to others. Why do meteors always land in craters? Top 10 questions science still can't answer. Therapist, what's really bothering you? Me.
Spare change, ma'am.